What's going on, everybody? And welcome to another episode of Chevalier, where we are here to help men and women find happy, healthy, and long term relationships. And it don't matter whether you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, South American, or even the penguins in Antarctica. In this day and age, I think most people are seeking some type of validation romantically, whether it's from a girlfriend, whether it's from a fiance, whether it's from a wife, someone you're trying to make a good impression on, or just that girl that you have a crush on that you're afraid to speak to. At some point in life, we all want to be able to not just love someone, but be loved by someone. And then most importantly, have that love reciprocated. Whether it's through flowers, candies, a nice gesture, a cute gift, or just someone saying the words, I love you. I think that's something everybody can hang their hat on. But in today's world, in today's life, in today's society, Valentine's Day is that day where you kind of get the chance to express that feeling. You kind of get the day to show that heart, that that emotion. And we often use today as a day to show people that we love and appreciate them, that we care about them, that they matter, that there's some meaningful feeling in the process. And so that's why today's video to me is so important about the golden rule. Treating people the way you want to be treated. Treating people in a manner in which you want to be appreciated. Because as we all heard, love is a two-way street. And everybody wants to be loved and appreciated and showered with gifts. But we often forget about the person on the other side of the relationship. Hey Google, stop. Hey Google, stop. We often forget about the person who's on the other side of the relationship, who also wants to be loved and appreciated. I often have, ladies who are my clients, and they ask me, why is it so hard to find a good man? And then when I get to talking to them, for everything that they expect a man to do for them, they often, rather than not, have no considerations or expectations for what they should do for the man they want to be with. It's always I want a man to spoil me, to give me this, and to help me, and take care of these kids, and take this financial burden off of my shoulder. But when you ask, what does that man get in return for everything you're asking him for? It's like you can hear a bunch of crickets. It's like the lights out. Or it's like pulling teeth. And it's like, well, I don't really know. And to me, trying to help women, modern women, understand that just like you want to be loved and appreciated, the man you want, he also wants to be loved and appreciated. He also wants to be valued. He also wants to be loved, but more importantly, he also wants to be validated. I think validation is the key to a happy and healthy relationship. Too often, there is no validation. I'm sorry, I'm putting up this stand for this computer. But too often, he wants to be validated also. And I think sometimes that's the forgotten point. Because we live in a world where women have been told that, you should want and don't accept nothing less, and you should be the one appreciated, and you should be the one receiving, and you should be the one that, is the prize, which I'm not going to debate that in this video, but I'm saying we often forget that the man that's expected to do all these things, he generally less to none gets little to nothing other than sex. And unless you're a virgin and this is the only guy you've given that sex to, it's nothing that special because you've given it to multiple people. So this guy has an expectation of wanting to be loved and appreciated like you want to be loved and appreciated. And in return, he really gets little to nothing. So days like Valentine's Day are never days where men can appreciate. Days like Valentine's Days are never days where guys look forward to. Because most guys see it as just another day where I have to give to get little to nothing in return, or to get something that, I've been getting all along anyway. Because women who go out of their way to make their men feel appreciated are also the same women who are in relationships where they know they're loved, they know they're cared about, they know, that there's no one that appreciates them in the world more than the man they're with. So, in many instances, guys that love and appreciate their women, every day is Valentine's Day. Because every day is a different opportunity for me to say that I love you, for me to take you somewhere nice, to me to buy you something that you want, and to continue the trend where you know that you're in a situation where you're appreciated. And often in any relationship that's happy and healthy, everybody wants to be appreciated. Everybody wants to know that they're loved. Everybody wants to know that they're cared for. And I think once we start embracing the two-way relationships where modern women are putting in as much value into making the man happy in ways that is other than sex, like, cooking, preparing meals for him to go to work, preparing breakfast before he go to work, preparing coffee, making sure that his place is spick and span clean, entertaining valuable conversations, partaking in his hobbies, whether they're football, whether they're anime, whether it's drawing, whether it's going to the park, making yourself a part of the things that you don't really care for, but things that you know that he loves, so he knows he has a partner to share his interest in. Because usually at the end of the day, that's all that's really important, is having someone to share your important interest in, to share the things you care about, to share the things you love, to share the things you value. And when you take the time, modern women, to share the things you care about with the man that you love, then you get more from him. Gentlemen, continue to do what you're doing to be inspired by the women you love. Use that love in your heart to continue to work hard to please the women you want to be with, to earn the love that you want, and to pursue the women that you haven't yet. If a woman's not interested, it's her loss. Because 9 times out of 10, she probably won't find anything better than you anyway, which is why so many modern women are single in the first place. Because very often you hear them say, "Oh, I'm looking for the right man," but you look at their dating history and there's a bunch of losers and less than desirable men. It's never a track record of guys who have good dignity, discipline, integrity, morals, and ethics. So continue to fight, to date, to put yourself out there, to meet women that like you, to meet women that want to be with you. So that way every day can be Valentine's Day. I've never, even in my early years of marriage, I never bought in on the idea that Valentine was special, because for men who have women that love them, Valentine's Day is every day. It's not just a once a year thing. It's not just we just gonna celebrate on the 14th. No, we celebrate it every day. Because every day I can wake up and be fortunate to have someone by my side is Valentine's Day. Because I think sometimes we take for granted that we have people that love and appreciate us and care about us. And we work so hard to pursue our happiness. But for most men, we're also working to pursue your happiness. And in return, women, all we ask is that you live by the golden rule. To treat men the way you want to be treated. Give men the love you want to give. And if you know you're not willing to give something up to the man you want to be with, then don't ask him for it. Because at the end of the day, all I hear very often is from women is being taken advantage of. And to me, that's the definition of taking advantage of somebody. Asking them to do something that you know you would never do for them. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And every day is Valentine's Day. Thank you all for this session. I promised myself I would start posting every week. I know I was doing every 2 weeks, but I'm going to start going every week. I'm going to go back and forth on topics, but I want to make this more consistent. Every Sundays by 8 o'clock, I'll have a video uploaded, ready to go. So, as always, next time, peace. We out. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, viewers. See you next week. Love you guys.